Amy Duggar, the cousin of the famous Duggar family from 19 Kids and Counting, wants to adopt all 13 children rescued from the Turpin House of Horrors. Welcome back to What's Trending. I'm Cheryl Lazar. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more social media news daily. A few weeks back, we told you about the Turpin parents who held their 13 children captive in their home and subjected them to painful and humiliating torture.
Police discovered this scene on Sunday after one of the children, a 17-year-old girl, grabbed a cell phone, escaped, and dialed 911. Police say they discovered the 12 remaining children shackled to their beds with chains and padlocks.
They were allowed to shower only once a year and often kept chained up for months at a time. The children ranged in age from 2 all the way to 29. Police say when they got in the home, they mistook some of the adults for children because they were so malnourished. Both parents have been charged in Riverside County for inflicting physical and emotional abuse on the children.
We have filed 12 counts of violation of Penal Code Section 206 against both David and Louise Turpin. That is torture.
The question now turns to these 13 children, 7 of whom are no longer minors, and how they will be cared for. And Amy Duggar has tossed her name into the hat. She tweeted, "I just texted Dylan," that's her husband, "and told him I wanted to adopt all 13 Turpin children. I would love to show them true love and have a beautiful life and provide a secure and stable home for them. God can restore what the devil has stolen." Now, Amy's not really delusional. She does understand that she actually won't be able to adopt all these kids. She just has a big heart. She hashtagged her tweet, "if only," and also said, "I know there is no shortage of people who want to help these kids. I hope they will be given to a good home with proper care and support where they can reach their full potential." She also told the haters that her compassion isn't a publicity stunt. And that would suck if it was, then she would have to take care of 13 children. A lot to do for a publicity stunt if that's the case. Amy did tell People magazine that she would want to adopt the kids if she had the room and the finances to do so. She said they need a home full of love and stability. "I'm only 31, so it would be a huge undertaking for Dylan and I, but at least they would be safe and loved." Amy actually has a particular connection to the children, as she revealed she was a victim of abuse on an episode of Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars.
And my dad was like, "Amy, did you brush your teeth?" And I was like, "Yeah, Daddy." And he was like, "No, you didn't." And he picked me up by my throat all the way up to the ceiling. He was like, "You will brush your teeth." So
it's pretty understandable why this story would affect her, and she would tweet something like this: "Anyone who can hurt animals and starve, torture children in any way need to be hung by their toenails. Watching the news just breaks my heart." And beyond Amy, I think everyone felt just horrible for these children when this whole story came out. It literally felt unimaginable. It felt like this was a horror movie. It felt fake. That's how bad it was. For now, the 6 younger children have been split into 2 foster homes, and the victims over 18 have been sent to an assisted living facility. This despite the younger children asking authorities to keep them all together. If you're wondering, there have not been any interviews with the Turpin children since this has all happened because they have been through so much. And even the ones over 18 have developmental issues, having been so cut off from the world. I can't even imagine what it's like, already being so traumatized your entire life from this experience and then having your entire family split up, the people at least that are the ones you consider safe, and then you're put in other environments that you don't trust yet. I mean, the whole thing sounds horrible. I mean, hopefully the system will support them through this process and not continue to hurt them. And besides Amy's support on social media, people from around the country have offered to give financial support to the Turpin kids. The city of Paris set up a GoFundMe page, and the Riverside University Health System established a support fund for their long-term needs. Links to both of those funds in the description below. Meanwhile, the parents are legally barred from contacting their children. They can only send messages through a lawyer. Well, that's not surprising. But a former kidnapping victim says it's actually important for the kids to be able to talk to their parents for closure. Natasha Campush was kidnapped at age 10 and didn't escape until she was 18. She said the children will need closure in order to move forward. So yes, they need the opportunity to see their parents, even if it is just to say, "I hate you, you are a monster." Amy Duggar, despite being the niece of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar from 19 Kids kids and counting, has distanced herself from the more intense religious aspects of her cousins. In an interview with In Touch Weekly, she says there are certain things she can't talk about with her cousins, and she isn't sure why they all speak in soft voices. She even turned down a recording opportunity with country music labels because she didn't want to be known as the crazy Duggar cousin.
It's beautiful weather, a starry night together. Our love so sweet makes for a wonderful ride.
And now here's a look at some of the social reactions to Amy's offer to adopt the children. M. Addie's mom, 4209, says, don't you think being subjected to having to interact with your aunt, uncle, and your cousins would hit a bit close to home for them? No disrespect intended, you have an admitted molester in your family. Those kids have been through enough, and let's not get into marriage boot camp BS. But Mandy Jane Post tweets, Amy, thank you for reaching out for these victims. Your heart is great. So what do you think? Would Amy Duggar be a good fit for the Turpin children? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe for more of What's Trending. And for more stories, go to whatstrending.com.